Number 3, The Return of Applejack's Parents. Now, before any of you asks, I don't think that Applejack's parents are dead, since we never find out that they were actually dead in the show, because we never know why, and the only reason why they weren't part of, well, the feud is over and they're probably away from Applejack's home is probably because they're probably into different locations like Manhattan or a different location. They probably just moved. Believe me, ponies do that in the show, and people do that in real life. Anyway, what can I say about The Perfect Pair? It is still considered one of the best episodes of not only from season 7, but from the show as well. Considering the fact that Applejack's parents was the final parents we ever get to see, and for them not making an actual return after the stories we hear and the rivalry between Granny Smith and Grandpa are completely over, it's just, I have no idea what to say about that. I mean, them being gone, or I don't think they're dead, is probably the best way to do this episode of The Perfect Pair. However, with the final season approaching, it would be probably the best thing to actually have them return. Now, people will have an argument that Applejack's parents are dead, but the thing is, almost the parents from Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie's parents haven't passed away. In fact, we see them hanging out from time from the show, but not once from Applejack's family. I mean, think about it. Imagine an entire slice of life episodes involving Applejack and her parents. Even if it may be a simple idea, it'll probably be worth the wait after the great episode The Perfect Pair made. Believe me. I know people will have a different opinion of Applejack's parents completely passed away to heaven, but you can't argue the fact that they didn't say anything about Applejack's parents being passed away or anything like that. Besides, if it was another episode of them of a reason onto why they're gone forever, then I won't accept that episode, because it will probably be the same thing with The Perfect Pair, but they can't top Perfect Pair with that kind of idea. I mean, think about the ideas of what they could do with a slice of life episode with Applejack's parents hanging out with Applejack, Big Mac, the little dog, Apple Bloom, and Granny Smith. It will probably be a very interesting episode of the other characters, mainly the citizens in Ponyville, watching Applejack's parents completely together after so many decades, according to this show's timeline. I mean, Applejack has become very famous, and considering the fact that we got one character saying Rarity is famous, and you probably know what I'm talking about, then it'll probably be a very great episode to see what's going to happen if that episode came to reality. Now, as for the rivalry, since these two probably didn't know that the rivalry came to an end, I think having Grandpa being in this episode is probably a good idea to have him talk to her daughter that the rivalry is completely over, and Bright Mac is completely relieved that it came to an end. Since that, well, they had this issue of not being together because of the rivalry getting out of hand. This episode couldn't top The Perfect Pair, but it would still be a very great episode. If the Perfect Pair gets a 9.5 out of 10, then maybe this possibility episode could get a 9 out of 10. Look, you guys can argue if Applejack's parents have passed away or something, but again, we don't know if they really did in the show. All we know is that they're not in Ponyville. It could be a different location in Equestria. So I really hope that they actually return for real and have a great episode between their siblings and Granny Smith, a grandpa. It'll be a very great episode if that actually comes to life. And I hope it happens on the final season of this show. Anyway, there's 2 more reasons to see. Number 2, Spike's mother. Now, before any of you ask, I didn't watch Father Knows Beast, but I saw so many reviews, and to be honest, the episode, even though I didn't watch it, was a very terrible episode. If I ever going to review it, which I'm probably going to in My Little Pony Month, it's obviously going to be a negative review. Now, the reason why I brought up the episode up is because they hyped this up since the Comic-Con, and they did say that Spike's dad is going to return. And it's a very great thing to see since they're really hyping it up really good. However, when the episode came, it was a big, big, big disappointment. Believe me, out of all the Spike episodes I've watched involving Spike either being a good character or a bad character, this one has to be the worst out of them all. Because of the wasted potential and opportunity of what they had of Spike's father returning. However, oh my god, he was faking it the entire episode. This episode really shows that they really don't know what to go with it. And for the ending, they just took the ideas from All's Well That Ends Well, which was a bad episode. At least had a slight better ending considering the fact that of all the mistakes that Spike did was pretty poor in that episode. That was way better than this. I mean, the ending is just really forced. Now look, I know that we know that Spike's family is really Twilight's, and we did see him get born from an egg from the very first season of the show. But seriously, this is a wasted potential of what could have been one of the greatest Spike episodes we ever seen. And of how forced the ending is, oh my god, why can Spike's not father get some kind of punishment other than getting away with everything? Has Hasbro ever understand that doing stuff like this doesn't make the episode better? In the ending, it doesn't really fit anything. It just makes it really pretty much lackluster that we've seen this ending before. Look, I can understand that people may say that Spike is really with Twilight this entire time, considering the fact that Twilight found him in the egg when she was a filly, but it's just really hard to take this really seriously. Now, I think there's some kind of hope in Spike because in Season 8, he got his wings. He really did. And that episode was a really good episode of how Spike is going to change when he gets older. But the fact that we get no information on Spike's father, and the fact that Spike told, and when Spike's fake father told Spike about everything was a lie. Oh my god. This was just awful. Really, really awful. I can't even stand I don't think I'm going to be able to stand watching this episode whenever I get the chance before MLP month because, oh my god. This review is going to be a very serious review involving Spike's character. Now you're probably wondering what I want to see when Spike's mother actually returned. The complete opposite of what we got from Spike's father. Oh my god. Look, I know that Spike's father made up everything, but this is a very missed opportunity of anyone that this showed at Comic-Con was a big troll onto everyone. Believe me. I know that Spike's parents haven't met his parents a lot at all ever since he got born from an egg, but this was a wasted opportunity. I mean, they really should have never hyped anything like this if they're going to do something very selfish and mean-spirited. They really make Spike completely unforgiving against Twilight, and it's really hard for me to enjoy an episode involving Spike's father being a fake father. Why we want to see it when Spike's mother actually does make an appearance, actually being very respectful, and see what Spike has done throughout everything he did in his life. Mainly him saving the Crystal Empire twice and doing great things with his best friends, namely Princess Twilight. Whether you like Spike or not, he deserves way better, and after so many episodes of him being a good character and sometimes a bad character, it's so sad that we will never get to see Applejack's, Spike's real father in a show while it's getting close to its finale. It's just really disappointing. This is why I didn't like the ending of the father episode, because it's just lackluster and forced in my opinion. Although I can understand that Twilight was heartbroken that Spike isn't going to be with her anymore and decides to follow his fake father's steps, but it really doesn't. I mean, if they're going to have some episodes involving Spike in Season 9, they should at least put effort and actual heart into the final episodes involving Spike the Dragon. I really want to see that. Again, I don't know if this is going to happen, but at the same time, it has to. It really needs to give Spike some kind of a respectful and an actual heartwarming fanfic other than a cheap episode involving a frog. Oh my god. Sorry for being off topic about the episode. In fact, I pretty much did my little rant on it, which kind of ruins me of a purpose of reviewing the episode, but I still can't get over that. I just hope that Spike has some kind of redemption after what happened in the episode 24 of Season 8. Anyway, let's get into one more thing I want to see from Season 9.